Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about Virgin Galactic, also known as SPCE. Now, this is not the first time I talked about Virgin Galactic, and if you would like to watch my previous videos, you'll find it in the description below. But today, we hope to give you a good update towards the due diligence part, technical analysis, what I think about this one, and we're going to take a look if there's any new analyst recommendations. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So Virgin Galactic. Now, if you've been around like the weekend and weren't focused into either the Euro Cup or the game between Argentina and Brazil, you would probably be looking into the Virgin Galactic as the highlight of your weekend. Now, there's no doubt they did have the Unity 222 spaceship flight live streamed on their website and being successful with a lot of different footage. Some of it might be a little bit choppy, but we get to see that we do have a successful flight. And you might think that this one here would probably skyrocket, and it didn't. For a couple of reasons. First, buy the rumor, sell the news. Second, they slapped it with an offering. And we're going to talk about this one in a second. But first, taking a look into the news part. So on July 11th, 2021, this is the 4th spaceflight test private astronaut and research experience, and the first in-flight livestream brings spaceflight experience to audience around the world. Now, they announced that the VSS Unity successfully reached space and completed the company's 4th rocket-powered spaceflight. So I'm pretty sure you've already seen and heard and read about this one, so I'm not going to put a lot of emphasis on it. But before moving on, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to subscribe on the bottom right corner and turn on your bell notification button. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video. And if you would like to chat a bit more and discuss with like-minded people, you'll find it in the description below, the Discord server. It's totally free. We're not trying to upsell you on anything there. Now, on the SEC filing, this is what spooked a lot of investors and traders today. The $500 million of shares that the company would actually release. Now, they didn't specify an exact amount of money, an exact price point for each one of them, but they will be going ahead and selling it through either a market maker. Similar at this point, I think, was Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs, and they were able to provide and sell up to $500 million. Now, this in sense will probably take a bit of a couple of weeks or so, but it will definitely add $500 million or so at the current level into the market cap. The current market cap for this one is around $12.68 billion, so it's not so much significant for it to drop around 20%, but it's still significant enough that stockholders aren't feeling really comfortable with this one, or at least some of them aren't. Now, in terms of the latest news, in June 2021, the Federal Aviation Administration, or also known as the FAA, updated our existing commercial space transportation operating license to allow us to fly customers on space. And on July 11th, we successfully completed our first space flight carrying a full crew, 2 pilots, and 4 mission specialists in the cabin. Now, in terms of institutional buyers, not a lot of activity today, but we get to see that in the last few days it's been a bit mixed, almost still, but in general institutions remain bullish on this one. Insiders, not much of activities going on either in May or June or July, but in terms of the short interest related to this one, things still remain around, say, 30% short interest. The current short interest of today is not out yet, but I do expect for the short float to increase a little. Currently 2026, with this massive of a drop, you probably will see a bit more short interest at the end of the day. Keep in mind as well that there is currently a short sell rule, which will restrict selling or short selling actions. Let's move on towards technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis perspective, on the 1 month, 1 day perspective, currently the trading action zone is still in play. And what's the trading action zone? It's where most positive reversals occur. That's between the 10 SMA and the 30 EMA, and that's currently between the 46.97 and the 40.18. Keep in mind that the 10 SMA is above 30 EMA, which is bullish, and the 50 SMA indicator is above the 200 SMA, which is again bullish. On the 80X, it suggests that at this level, you probably would see more volatile action, and William percent R, which is very similar to the relative strength index, or known also as the RSI, is highly oversold, which means in an equilibrium situation, you're going to have more buyers coming in, raising the stock price based on the supply and demand equations. Now in terms of the MACD, you see a negative reversal towards this one, and it's either an indication for accumulation or a negative reversal, and momentum for the first time in a while has dipped below zero. In terms of the stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are suggesting you might have another dip downwards, and the moving average bands expects this one to trade at 47.47 on the top, in the middle 43.15, and in the bottom at 38.84. However, the Bollinger Bands, which are very similar based on momentum and volume, are between 55.79 and in the bottom 30.59. Relating towards the charts, the first thing I do want to take a look at roughly is the Fibonacci retracements. So into that, let's go all the way back towards where it was at around 906, and you get to see that the current supports and resistances based on the Fibonacci retracements. Next one for support is around $39. Below there, 33.29, below there 27.58 and 20.51. Current resistances 47.14 and 57.50. We're going to go now on to price line actions, and you get to see that the very first support that really is crucial and critical is 40.21. Below there, you're going towards 37.58, then below there 35.72. Below there, you're looking down to 31.73. And then down to 29.10, going to 27.07, and then down to around 23.84, and then to 23.08. Hopefully it doesn't go there. The current very strong resistance that it might have trouble breaking is 42.93. Above there, 46.74. Above there, 50.05. Above there, 52.93. Above there, 55.06, and then upwards to 57.68 and 59.47. In terms of analyst ratings, you have two that were reiterated yesterday. One was a buy with a price target of $35, with a success rate of around 72% and an average return of around 26%. And another one reiterated yesterday with a position of sell and a price target of around $41. This person has a success rate of 56% and an average yearly return of 0%. Now, it comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, there's two things playing here. Buy the rumor, sell the news, in addition to $500 million additional of stock that they're going to sell. This is going to be very tricky for one significant reason. There is going to be a lot of volatility in the next few days, and I do see above $35, that's still a safe bet. Below, that's where trouble starts getting, because then you start seeing significant decreases in prices that might be more of attempting towards the volatility part and the $500 million raising offerings. This massive jump itself was related to this PR, and since we've already received it, it starts retracting a little. So that's a dangerous thing on its own. So I do anticipate that we're probably going to be accumulating between the $35 and the $38.77 range, but it still has a chance to break right into the $35 and get to the $30 range. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.